yeah, the one thing I want to ask about Warm Bodies is there's a couple of things actually I find interesting, because I know you've auditioned for it. You audition for stuff. I mean, it's not just handed on a plate to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's the real deal. You're a working actor. You have to get gritty.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, which is something that it's always slightly scary. Occasionally, I get offered things, and either if I get offered it, it's probably something that's not very good that I shouldn't do, or it's like too similar to a character I've done before, so it's silly for me to do it. Or if it kind of gives me a weird headspace if someone offers it to me instantly, because I'm like, well, you don't know what I'm going to try and do with it. And you haven't seen me act this character, so how do you know that? It's a weird feeling when you turn up on set having not auditioned, because you're like, well, is this what you were hoping for?
Yeah.
I could be terrible at this. You know what it's like. Each job, acting is different. You kind of turn up, you learn each time something different, and different role and crew and ways of approaching a character and how people work on set. It's like each time you go into something, you're like, all right, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Are you someone who stays? Do you stay in character, or do you play around in between?
No.
You like to fart about?
Yeah, I think I'm a fair fart about. It depends. I try to balance my messing about now, because I think I can go too far in the messing about in between, where it's like I become unfocused or like make other people up, and so I have to like just I'm like, oh, you should probably just like try and gauge it, where like mess about when there's a good time to mess about, but then also like not stay in character, because I mean it'd be ridiculous if I was on set in East London pretending that I'm the Emperor of Russia. Like, do you know what I mean? People would they'd get bored of that very quickly. But I guess there's certain things that maybe you don't. I can see a slight blurring of the lines of like your sense of humor or the way you speak and stuff. It kind of sometimes, you know, it's like anything. If you move to a different school or a different neighborhood or whatever it is, and you gradually start to talk or find interests or whatever it is, and kind of mix into that group, how humans do. If you're acting, pretending to be something for long enough each day and in that environment, whatever, it's easy to kind of slightly take bits of that on. It kind of goes both ways, I guess.